Hey, Eli. Good
Hey, how's it
morning.
going, Rashad?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Was there
Uh,
anything we needed to go over for this outline? I didn't actually have any chance to jump into it.
me neither. I
Okay.
think the outline part is pretty much done.
Yeah.
We just need to pick up the individual parts and start working on them. I have not gotten the chance to update on any of this work, but hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have some content to write in about.
Yeah. And so I guess the question is, what is the approach and how do we proceed? So let's see.
What do you mean by what is the approach?
Like, did you want to like just start? I think it was. I'm trying to pull up the document. Give me 1 minute. Do you remember what the document was called?
Uh,
Oh,
hey, Eli. I think
yeah, yeah.
think.
Um,
Can you hear me?
yes, yeah. I'm just trying to go through my inbox to find.
I think the document's name is Best Practices for Water Use in Data Centers.
Okay, thank you.
I was just saying I was on my phone attending this call,
Mm-hmm.
and as you said that, I think I got kicked out.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Let's practice.
Not sure if the others are joining today.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we have. So yeah, section three, right? There's like different taxonomies. There's different things. So like, yeah, were you just gonna try to write a paragraph about each of these? I guess was the question.
Let me open it up real quick.
Yeah, I can
Uh,
share this screen too.
Yeah, I think it's a good start to define what these different pieces of technology are and how they interact together in the ecosystem itself.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like, how does he, um, in general, if you were to design a data center with different kinds of solutions,
Hmm.
how would they tie with each other? What are their functions? Is how I'm thinking about it for the section 3.11 and 2. Well, I guess all of it. At some point, I want to talk about trade-offs that occur with these solutions as well.
Yeah,
What's
I
the
guess
impact on PUE? What's the impact on electricity generation? What's the impact on water consumption? Things like that. Not sure if this is the right place for that or further down the lane. Probably 3.3 is where we write about
oh
trade-offs.
yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. It's already a section.
Yeah, so I guess one is 3.1 is definition and maybe combinations of variants, like what goes with what, things like that.
Hmm.
Um, just paragraphs should be fine. What else should we critically address in this? I don't know if you want to talk about sizing. Uh, because our cool chillers come in specific sizes, not specific,
Hmm?
but they have a range versus water cooled chillers have are typically much bigger than our cool chillers, right? For good reason. So maybe, yeah, I've not fully thought about that yet.
Yeah, but that I don't know. That doesn't have maybe as much. So are you saying that they would use a water-cooled chiller with a dry cooler loop, or uh,
For a 50 megawatt data center, I might use 25 water cooled chillers, whereas I might use 50 air cooled chillers, just
yeah.
because of the sizing.
Hmm.
What you
Yeah,
said is also a consideration, but yeah, I was thinking about this when I said size considerations.
yeah. So like so
Yeah, I don't think I have a well formed thought on what I want to write here. I think once I start writing, it'll be good. And so, because it's so less formed in my head, feel free to dig at it too, and sure we can work through what makes sense as we continue writing through it.
yeah.
3.2 is also, I think, somewhat, yeah, I think I like writing about 3.2 more. Uh, but yeah, geographic considerations for deploying different kinds of data centers is how we think about it, which
Yeah.
basically goes to water availability, uh, bin temperatures, climate, other climate related or surroundings related things.
Yeah. And
Uh,
so was this also considering embedded? I think it was the term you guys use, embedded water usage. Yeah. I guess that's embodied water usage.
uh, Power trade offs.
That's
So,
down here.
embodied water, we didn't really go into that level of detail. When we were proposing a new metric, we were talking about embodied water being a part of it. Uh, if this is a standard for current use, we can just define WUE as is with some level of verbiage around what we want the future of this metric to be. That includes embodied water.
Yeah.
Uh, Given
I just
Clippet's
think,
practice
yeah.
doc, that's probably the best way to go about it.
Yeah. I just think that embodied water idea is complicated because you also need to penalize the dry cooled power production, right? Because if it's just a less efficient way to produce the power.
Yeah.
And
Uh, yeah.
yeah, so then you have more carbon intensity. So there's a yeah, obviously a trade-off there, assuming it's a natural gas fired system.
Yeah. I didn't want to necessarily comment on a specific or give specific guidelines on what the WE needed to be. Rather, walking through the trade-offs and informing the user on how to approach this is how I was thinking about it. Think hard deadlines or strict guidelines might not fit the bill
Yeah.
this early in the game, especially with and without embodied water. It might make a huge difference, and we don't have all the data to make such guidelines.
Yeah.
Anonymous beaver.
Okay, yeah, maybe I guess this is no one else is gonna come. Hey, Khalid, how are you?
Hi guys, how are you?
I'm doing well.
This is my second time I attend the discussion for this group. Ex facility technical manager, ex meta facility technical manager, and last time we had a thorough discussion about what we are going to write, and I think Kim she was leading the discussion last time. I don't know if she's the co-lead or who is the lead of this group.
Is Derek? Is that possible? He was the lead.
Yeah,
Okay,
Derek and Michael were the leads. They were there the last time you were there, Khaled, and I was there too. I think it was just the four of us the last time you were there. Maybe Kim was on too,
yeah.
but for a bit, not for too long.
and then each one of us last time he was given a task or a section to write, but at the end of the day we didn't manage to do our writing because we don't have a one shared documents that all of us we can go and write our parts there. So this is how the last discussion ended last time, last week.
So, post our previous discussion, we have defined what the outline for the doc should look like over the
Yes.
past few weeks. I don't think you're able to attend maybe the past 2 or 3 weeks. And we assigned the section that you said you'd pick up to you. Um, can you drop a link to the doc here, Eli, so
Yeah.
that Khalid
Oh,
can?
awesome. Awesome. I didn't know that. I just saw a message from Kim to Anderson and Derek to generate the documents, but then the correspondences has stopped there.
Yeah. What is your email address? I can just add you to the document,
Oh,
it looks like.
yep. Let me add here.
I assume I can do that.
So do I have access to this document? Do I have permission to?
You should now. I just added you to it's a Google Doc, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, it should
Okay,
be an
that
editor.
would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, yeah. And then we spoke about some definitions last time. We spoke about the definitions of the primary circuit, the secondary circuit, and yeah, so it seems that so what is the total of the number of the participants in this group?
I don't know, maybe 6 people.
6. Okay. All right.
That was an off the cuff answer though, so I mean it might be a couple more.
I see people popping in and out
Yeah.
every other meeting, so I'm not sure who's in for the long run versus not. At
I,
least
I
4
would
people.
I'm a member and a co-lead in other groups, so I would say that at least the lead or the co-lead should be here.
Yeah, I was asking if I could be a part of the team co-leading this. I'm not sure if they took up the request or not. And I'm not sure if Michael and Derek don't want to be co-leads or not. They seem interested as well. So I'm not sure why they aren't here today either. Uh, I agree with you though. Typically, co-leads ought to
Yeah,
be
at least one of
involved
them, at
or
least one of them
communicate
should
ahead
be
of
here.
time if there isn't a meeting. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on today. They typically do let us know if we're canceling a call or they mostly show up.
Okay, so I think if nothing to discuss, then I will drop out.
Are you able to, do you have access to the doc, Khalid?
I think Ellie, you just give me the access, right?
Yeah,
I did,
looks like
yes.
Eli
Yep.
did.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. I will done my part on the section which is dedicated to me, but maybe we just should send email to Anderson or Derek that we need someone to steer the discussions or the future discussions.
Yeah, I think the point at which we need to put our pen down on paper and start writing some stuff. We've been discussing the outline pretty fervently the past few weeks and agreed on what the scope of the document is and what aspects we should be writing about and assigning owners to it. So at this point, I'm not sure what kind of direction they can give.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just we need to know from the lead and the co-lead, is this project, the work group still on the task, or that this has been canceled?
as of last week, it's still on. as of the past 12 weeks, it was still on. So I don't think anything changed. If that's helping you out a bit.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Thank you. I'll put my section over there. No problem. And then hopefully next time we have a bigger group to discuss the way forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's great to meet you.
Is there a timeline? Anyone knows? Is there a timeline for the deliverables?
I can't remember now, but Derek was giving high level timelines. I think by early next year he wanted to publish his draft. Uh, but it depends on how quickly we are able to write stuff, get it peer reviewed, and iterate on it. I don't think there is a hard deadline set as such,
Okay.
but I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. I think
Okay.
having a quick first draft in over the next 2 to 4 weeks would get us rolling. And depending on how we progress, we can take it from there. If we aren't progressing, then we probably need to set harder deadlines for subsections and push for some progress. But this is volunteering at the end of the day, right? So can't expect how do you say, a lot of time commitment. I don't know how to put it, but yeah, it's a bit tricky. But yeah, I will on my part engage with this document over the next couple of weeks and get some pen on paper. In our next review, we can take a look at what I've written, and if you guys had the opportunity to do the same, we can discuss a bit more on the contents of the document itself.
Awesome.
Sounds great. Yeah.
Sounds great. Thank you. Thank you, Ali. Thank you,
Yeah, thank you.
Rishabh.
Take care.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.
Excuse me.